big one. And this is quite interesting because the next step is zone 3. Zone 3 is very interesting from the anatomical point of view, from the biomechanical point of view, because the zone 3 is, I would say, there is the part of the meniscus which is not attached to the capsule anymore. It's a free space for the popliteus tendon. And here the meniscus, this part of the lateral meniscus is very important for the meniscus mobility and stability at the same time. This is mostly the popliteus muscle area, and you can see the popliteus tendon and the meniscus which is here next to them. When you look at this movie, you can see this is the zone 3. It means the popliteus tendon, and you can see here the popliteomeniscal fascicles, and deep to them there is the meniscofibular ligament. The meniscofibular ligament is very bad unknown ligament, but very important for the meniscus stability and the mobility as well. As I know this is a contrast, but the mobility and stability at the same time. You have the popliteus tendon which is here, and if you look deeper, there is the meniscofibular ligament. Meniscofibular ligament, there is no much papers, science done about that. I will just show you that. You can see with this black arrows, there is the meniscofibular ligament. Meniscofibular ligament is responsible for the anterior, limitation of the anterior movement of the lateral meniscus. It's one of the most important structures. This is the movie. You can see now I start to make some dissection, and I cut here on this movie the connections, the meniscopopliteal fascicles. And what you can see here, this is the meniscofibular ligament. Can you see that? This is really real structure which is here. It's not the joke. It's a structure, and we have to take into consideration that if we have the rupture of that, we have to think about how to manage the problem with this ligament. As long as we don't know the anatomy, we cannot treat. We don't know the injuries because we don't know the anatomy. If we don't know the structures, we don't know the injury of the structures. If we don't know the injury of the structures, we cannot treat the structures. If we don't know the structures, we don't know the function of the structures, and so on and so on and so on. That's why we have to look deeper in the anatomy. That's why we have to look for the new things. Now you can see what happened with the meniscus when I cut the meniscofibular ligament. Meniscofibular ligament, can you see that? The meniscus moves more anterior. That is important. That's why we have to remember about different even sometimes small structures, even sometimes maybe not so important in the first look, but finally very important structures which all together they can restore the full function of the meniscus, they can restore the full anatomy of the meniscus.